Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are talking all about how to stop comparing our pain with others specifically and within ourselves, and also how to recognize our privilege and that pain varies on the levels at the exact same time. Dive right in. Why shouldn't we compare our pain? Well, you could, but here's some reasons why you may not want to. When we compare pain, we tend to invalidate our own. A lot of people will feel like they can't even sit with their pain and experience it or acknowledge it or honor it because they feel like, you know, somebody's gone through something so much worse, so I can't even complain, or, you know, they had this happen to them, so mine is really not that big of a deal. And when we do that, it's coming from a good place, of course, right? We're trying to be grateful, we're trying to be, you know, kind, all these things, constantly like pushing it off, like, oh, I can't complain about it, I can't really work through it because so many people have gone through worse, and, you know, I should be grateful, and like, that's not really ever going to help you actually deal with your stuff. So we don't want to invalidate our pain. Your pain is your pain. Feel it, honor it, and move through it. Second thing about comparison that's really hard is that you don't really want to compare with others. Have you had experiences, I know I have, for example, where, you know, you'll go and tell someone something and they immediately compare with you, or they're immediately like, yeah, but this happened to me, so what are you saying? Or, yeah, I've had that, but it was so much worse. Like, when we compare with each other, it's typically not a good feeling. No one likes to feel like someone is immediately like making them feel like it's this comparison game of who's hurt more. You have to honor that pain is pain, and your pain is just as valid as anyone else's. But at the exact same time, we have different levels of pain, and there's different amounts of privilege that travel with our pain. Okay, so now that we know that we don't want to compare necessarily because we want our pain to be valid, we want to work through it. The only way to work through it is to recognize it, start to get curious about it, sit with it, deal with it, move through it. There's a little plot twist for you though. How do we recognize our own pain and allow it to exist and breathe and heal from it, while at the same time recognize that our pain varies on the levels and there's a certain amount of privilege that travels with pain? How do we do both at the same time? I'm gonna tell you. Welcome to, so this is the magical place where you can feel multiple things at the same time. We need to learn to allow things to exist at the exact same time. I can honor my pain right here, right? All my experiences, all my traumas, all my stuff. And at the exact same time, I can hold both, where I can honor that my pain travels with a lot of privilege and I can hold space for both. Our world, this is not very common because a lot of times in our society, we want to either be on this side or this side, and we're in this category or in this category, and we don't allow ourselves this magical space of feeling two things at once or exploring two different concepts at the exact same time. So let me give you a little example. On this end, right, let's create space for both. I can hold my trauma, my pain, my experiences, honor them, feel them. I will never talk down to myself or invalidate my own version of pain. And at the exact same time, creating space for both, I can recognize that I am a white woman living in a free country with an able body. I can do anything that I want to do. I'm attractive enough, and I can move through this world very differently than many others. What I want you to take away from this video is that you can hold space for two things at the same time, multiple things at the same time. A lot of times we want to put our stuff in categories. We want to believe this way or the other way. We want to believe this and not that. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being passionate about certain things. There are some things where I am like, no one's changing any thoughts that I have on certain topics, but a lot of times we then don't allow ourselves to hold space for things at the same time. But when we allow ourselves to hold space for things at the same time, it's a magical world, beautiful thing that we allow our minds to do. So I'm gonna relate this concept to a lot of my videos because it's something I'm super passionate about. And I'm gonna go more in depth on this concept as well. I wanted to leave you with this for today, and I will see you in the next video.